I guess I'm back to doing these jamming videos because at one time they made me super happy, because for me music is an emotional thing and it's just something I can turn to in like a time of need, of when I just need some tranquility, space, or just to get away from the hustle and bustles of life. Facing a mountain right now that I'm trying to get over. Listening to Blood Pit, song Platitude. So, as many of you know, my son Andrew has autism and ADHD, and the last few weeks has been quite difficult. When a kid has these disorders or is on the spectrum and gets services through the school system, they're on something called an IEP, which is basically a legal document between you and the school system that shows what services are provided. To continue those services to be provided by the school, your child needs to be tested to prove that he still has autism, or they still have whatever. Of course he still has autism. But it's very emotional having to fill out all these documents all over again about the developmental process, and having to go back to that day of, finding out, being diagnosed, reliving all that stuff all over again. Just when you think you get over it, you're not, because you read these questions and it brings everything up to the surface, and it's really raw. And especially as a mother, having experienced all this, this is something I can't fix for my child, and I can help him, the school can help him, but it's just something I'll never be able to fix. And as a mother, that kills me, because we want our kids to have the best lives possible, but there's just some things, beyond my control. And I say this because I feel like, and only mothers will understand because we're the ones that carry these kids, but I feel like the day my son was diagnosed, I feel like my son was taken away from me. Now, with that being said, it's not that I don't love my child. I love my son to the moon and back. He's my inspiration. He's the air I breathe. He's everything to me. Same with my daughter. They're the reason I get up in the morning. Everything I do is for them, And my son is such an inspiration to me. This kid is 6 years old, and the stuff he goes through is more than what an adult probably has to go through in a day, between school, therapy, tutoring, everything. And he still has a smile on his face every day. And so when everything gets so damn chaotic and I think about how bad I have it, I just look at that boy and I melt, because I forget about, why am I bitching? Look at this kid, But I grieve the loss of that child that I had, because my child, could do all these things. He was so smart. Not that he's not smart now, but he could say rhombus and crescent and all these things. And when he was 18 months old, he was correcting daddy on shapes. And, to have that and see this stuff come up in your Facebook memories is like a dagger in the freaking heart, and then having to fill all these papers out again. And it's me having to fill it out because Andy's busy working, so I have to do it. And then everything has to be turned in on a timely manner and all that other stuff. And it's just a complete mind, F-U-C-K. So I haven't been myself the last few weeks, because it's been a very emotional experience, and just as tough as I think I am, and as much as I think I can handle all this, I'm human. I can't handle all this. I can't do it all alone. Not saying that I am alone, but things of this nature, I don't want to dump on people that are friends, because they don't know what to say. They can't relate. The only people that can relate are the people that have special need kids. But again, everybody's got their own stuff going on. Everybody, with COVID and homeschool and just life in general, since COVID's been a big nightmare of 2020, people have their own stuff. So I don't want to burden anybody. So I turned now to my music to find comfort, and I turned to my music just to get lost for a little bit. And when I did my jamming video series back in the day, I was like, it was something for me. So, it's comical. Every time I'd pick a song, it would fit my mood. So I'm going to go back to doing that and just talking about nonsense. What will I do with this? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to turn into a vlogger. We'll see. So yeah, and I got this damn thing on my eye. Shoe cabinet 1, Mary 0. hopefully it doesn't scar. So I don't know what I'm working on right now with this. It could be something, it could be nothing, it could be something that I turn into just to vent for me, or it could turn into hopefully something that other parents who have children on the spectrum, autism, ODD, ADHD, sensory processing disorder, any of that, just to, know you're not alone, and we're all out here and we can relate to each other. And I just want to, moms, we are such superheroes, and we always put on that brave front of, I can take it all, but we do fall apart and we do break down, and I don't want to, I'm a badass. I hate crying, and anybody that knows me knows I don't like to show emotion, and I don't want to cry, but that's all I've been doing for the past few weeks, is just crying, because, yeah. But again, I look at that little boy and like, what the hell? What am I crying about? He's magic. He's everything. Like, just why do I have to have this little pity party? He's still the same boy. Just having all this stuff come up to the surface every few years. I got to do this all over again, and it's a little much. It's very emotionally just, and then seeing my memories of Bean come up in Facebook made me realize, I didn't really grieve that loss too much, and that was my best friend in the whole world. I had that dog for 16 years almost. He's almost half my life, We've been cross country together twice. The only dog I know that's been cross country. We had a really good life together, and it's, Athena, I still think about her. I still try to find her, and I'm not gonna give up on her until I know something. And I just hope that wherever she is, whoever took her, just giving her a good life that she deserves. So, all right, I'm gonna space out. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. People may see it, may not. I don't know. I'm not expecting notoriety from this. I'm not seeking anything. It's just something I need to do just to get this off my chest, get this stuff off my chest, because I really don't talk about it, because unless, like I said, I don't want to go to a counselor because they don't know me, and most likely chances are they don't have a child on the spectrum, and I feel like nobody can relate to me unless you have a child on the spectrum, or a disabled child, or a kid of special needs, parent, friend, whatever, but people just really can't understand what us special need parents go through without being one. It's not an easy road. You have to pretend to be happy every day. You have to be a mime. You can't show your emotions for that child, because when they look at you, if you're crying, that's it. It ruins their whole day, and they break down, so I have to have that stone face. It reminds me of that character from the Never-Ending Story, the stone man on the bike. That's me, the stone man riding on the bike every freaking day. So that's it. Peace.